Hello, I'm Sebastian. Welcome to 9 Trees podcast. Today, I will summarize and review the book. The Autoimmune Cure by Sara Szal Gottfried M.D. is a reader-friendly guide to understanding why the immune system can become misdirected and how daily choices may influence symptoms. Drawing on functional and integrative medicine perspectives, the book frames autoimmunity as a multi-factor process shaped by genetics, hormones, stress biology, environmental exposures, infections, gut health, and lifestyle patterns. A central emphasis is that unresolved trauma and chronic stress can act as powerful triggers, affecting inflammation, sleep, mood, and immune balance. Rather than presenting a one-size-fits-all protocol, the author encourages personalized investigation to identify individual drivers and to build a plan that supports the whole person. Readers can expect practical strategies around nutrition, movement, sleep, and nervous system regulation, along with guidance for partnering with clinicians and using testing thoughtfully. Overall, it aims to offer hope and structure to people navigating complex, often frustrating autoimmune journeys. I will give you key takeaways from this book. Firstly, autoimmunity as a systems problem, not a single diagnosis. A key theme is that autoimmune conditions are often the end result of multiple interacting pressures rather than one isolated cause. The book positions symptoms as signals emerging from an immune system under strain, where genetic vulnerability meets triggers such as infections, toxins, hormonal shifts, nutrient deficiencies, and ongoing inflammation. This framing can help readers move beyond the discouraging idea that an autoimmune label is a fixed destiny. Instead, it suggests there may be modifiable contributors that can be identified and addressed over time. The author promotes a detective mindset that maps patterns across energy, pain, digestion, mood, and sleep, then connects those patterns to potential drivers. This systems view also highlights why two people with the same diagnosis can have very different experiences and why a plan must be individualized. The book tends to emphasize tracking, targeted testing when appropriate, and stepwise experimentation rather than extreme interventions. By treating the body as an interconnected network of immune, endocrine, gut, and nervous system pathways, the approach encourages readers to focus on root contributors and resilience. The intent is not to replace conventional care, but to broaden the toolkit for understanding flares and improving quality of life. Secondly, trauma, stress physiology, and the immune system. The book highlights trauma and chronic stress as underappreciated triggers that can amplify immune dysregulation. Rather than treating stress as a vague concept, it links psychological load to physiology, including cortisol patterns, autonomic nervous system balance, sleep disruption, and inflammatory signaling. When stress responses stay switched on, the body may struggle to repair tissues, maintain gut barrier integrity, and regulate immune surveillance, creating conditions in which flares feel more frequent or more intense. The author encourages readers to consider both obvious stressors and quieter forms such as perfectionism, people-pleasing, unresolved grief, or persistent hypervigilance. Practical attention is given to nervous system regulation practices that can be paired with medical treatment, such as breathwork, mindfulness, paced movement, time in nature, therapy modalities, and improved sleep routines. The message is that calming the stress response is not merely a mindset exercise, but a biological intervention that may reduce inflammatory tone. Importantly, the framing tends to be empowering rather than blaming, emphasizing that trauma responses are adaptive and that healing involves safety, support, and repetition. By integrating emotional health into an autoimmune plan, the book offers a broader pathway for symptom relief and long-term stability. Thirdly, gut, food, and inflammation. Building a personalized nutrition strategy, nutrition, and gut health are presented as major levers for influencing immune activity. The book commonly associates autoimmune symptoms with factors such as intestinal permeability, microbiome imbalance, food sensitivities, blood sugar swings, and nutrient shortfalls that may affect immune regulation. Instead of implying that one diet works for everyone, the approach emphasizes personalization, using elimination and reintroduction or structured experimentation to observe what improves pain, fatigue, brain fog, skin issues, or digestive symptoms. A reader can expect guidance that favors whole foods, adequate protein, anti-inflammatory fats, fiber-rich plants, and minimized ultra-processed products, while also paying attention to how restrictive diets can backfire if they increase stress or cause nutrient gaps. The book also underscores meal timing, hydration, and stable glucose as practical foundations. Gut support may include strategies around prebiotic and probiotic foods, targeted supplementation with clinician guidance, and lifestyle practices that aid digestion, such as slower eating and better sleep. By linking food choices to immune signaling and symptom patterns, the book aims to help readers move from confusion and internet trends toward an organized, data-informed plan that respects individual differences. Fourthly, hormones, thyroid, and metabolic health as hidden drivers. Another important topic is the relationship between autoimmunity and hormonal or metabolic imbalance. The author often draws connections among thyroid function, sex hormones, insulin sensitivity, and inflammation, explaining how shifts in these systems can change immune behavior and symptom expression. Many readers with autoimmune conditions also experience fatigue, weight changes, mood instability, menstrual irregularities, or sleep problems, and the book frames these not as separate issues but as interconnected signals. It encourages appropriate evaluation for thyroid markers and other labs through a qualified clinician, while also emphasizing lifestyle actions that support hormone balance. These include steady blood sugar through balanced meals, strength training to improve insulin sensitivity, stress reduction to support adrenal and reproductive hormone rhythms, and sleep routines that protect circadian biology. The book also discusses how life stages such as postpartum, perimenopause, and menopause can influence autoimmune flares, making it useful for readers seeking context for timing-related symptom changes. Rather than promising rapid hormonal fixes, the message favors sustainable habits and careful monitoring. By addressing hormones and metabolism alongside immune drivers, the book expands the reader's understanding of why common autoimmune complaints persist and where practical improvements may be possible. Lastly, creating a sustainable healing plan and working with clinicians, beyond concepts, the book focuses on translating insights into a plan that can be lived with. Autoimmune management often fails when changes are too rigid or too broad, so the author encourages prioritization, identify likely triggers, start with high-impact foundations, and measure progress with symptoms, labs, and functional outcomes such as energy and sleep quality. The approach tends to include layered lifestyle pillars like nutrition, movement, sleep, stress regulation, and environmental awareness, with adjustments based on response. It also addresses the reality that many readers need both conventional treatment and integrative strategies, and it emphasizes collaboration with healthcare professionals for diagnosis, medication decisions, and testing. Testing is framed as potentially useful when it changes action, not as an endless quest for data. The book also acknowledges that healing is rarely linear. Flares can happen even with good habits, so readers are encouraged to build relapse plans and self-compassion. Practical tools such as tracking, habit design, and incremental goals support adherence without burnout. By focusing on sustainability, the book aims to help readers move from crisis management to long-term stability, improving daily function while respecting medical safety and individual complexity. In conclusion, this book is best suited for readers living with an autoimmune diagnosis, unexplained inflammatory symptoms, or recurring flares who want a structured way to think about triggers beyond medication alone. It can also benefit caregivers and health-minded readers who suspect that stress, trauma history, hormones, or gut issues are influencing chronic symptoms. The main life benefit is clarity. By presenting autoimmunity as a systems problem with multiple adjustable inputs, the book gives readers a way to organize their next steps, track what matters, and build habits that support resilience. The trauma and stress emphasis may be especially valuable for people who have tried diet changes and supplements but still feel stuck because it highlights nervous system regulation as a practical part of immune support. Compared with similar books that focus narrowly on a single diet or a fixed protocol, this one is positioned as more integrative and personalized, encouraging thoughtful testing, collaboration with clinicians, and sustainable routines rather than extremes. That makes it worth buying for readers who want both hope and a plan that can be adapted to their body, their life stage, and their real-world constraints. If you would like to support Sara Szal Gottfried M.D., you can buy the book through the Amazon link I've provided in the podcast description. After reading the book, please let me know what you think and share your thoughts. See you around.